Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Mike here from Mike's Weather Page. It's Monday. This is Louie. We're going to give you a little weather update for the week coming up. Thanks for coming to my YouTube channel. If you could, make sure you share it and subscribe. We're getting the numbers up. We really appreciate it. I am going to keep these going through the wintertime and springtime as we get weather all year long. Always something to talk about in the weather world, right? All right, so we got a little bit of something here. We got a little yellow dot, little yellow circle. The NHC brought out their crayons. We call these crayons here red, orange, and yellow. Nothing to worry about, really. It's at 10%. It's leftover Julia. We talked a lot about this last week. This is the latest here. This is tropicaltidbits.com, and this is a vorticity map that kind of shows you the what's happening here. So we have a big broad low. Some of Julia went off into the Pacific here, and a piece of her got left behind, and it's going to go up into the Bay of Campeche. And some development's possible, but it's going to hang around pretty much in the bay. I'm not really seeing any signs of anything really to talk about. So that's where it's going to hang. We're going to leave it there for now. If I see anything, changing, I'll let everybody know. But it could be Carl. Could actually have a little window to develop. One map here that really shows what's going on here, the water precipitation map. I love this map. It shows you the moisture in the air. And you can see this really broad spin here. Look at that sucker. Julia here, but that's almost like a Central American gyre that we get, like a big broad area, low pressure spinning in Central America. Look at that sucker, man. It's clear as day. Pretty awesome. This is that lingering front across Florida today, which is Monday. It's going to linger Tuesday, Wednesday. But there you go. That's it. We got a little spin in the atmosphere. Pretty cool, huh? All right, so again, here's some ensembles. Not showing anything. If anything, it's going to bounce back into Central America, Mexico. So not too concerned about it. One thing that's preventing anything, there's a big subtropical jet stream almost coming down. This is through the week here, midweek. That's upper level winds. Brown are extremely strong, 60, 70, 80 knots. So we got a lot of wind shear in the Gulf. We have a front coming down, so conditions aren't even favorable. Even if it tried, it can't do anything. So this subtropical jet is really a big reason why. But if we were to get anything in October, we don't want anything else. But historically, October could be busy, or at least have one or two left in it in the season here. Typically, we get them down here in the Caribbean. They pull northward, kind of like we saw with Ian. This is the map here from the National Hurricane Center showing you, the most frequent areas to watch for October systems in the green. And most of them get started from old fronts, or they get started from these tropical waves. Sometimes these tropical waves make their way to the Gulf, Caribbean area, and then they get pulled up and lifted from a front, kind of like what we saw with Ian. So we'll keep an eye on these waves. I mean, it's nothing's showing up to worry about. I'm not hyping anything, just letting you know. We kind of keep an eye on these waves. You keep an eye on these old frontal boundaries. Anything that gets going here, you kind of watch. The current satellite here shows that one wave. It's kind of juicy, a couple little spots. We'll see if they make their way across and be anything of any concern. But right now they're not, which is good news. The water temperatures, the reason October could be, an area to watch for strong storms still is we have this ocean heat content, which is very warm. This is how hot the water goes below the surface, and it's still the hottest of the season still in the Caribbean. And the water temperatures themselves here are still 85, 85, 85, 85, 85. These are weekly water temperatures, and the sea surface temperatures are still warm. So could still have something. Not expecting it. We'll leave it at that. That's good news, right? Every day that goes by is another day towards the end of the season. Here's what we do have during the week, though. We got a front coming down. Starts to brew Wednesday. Big, strong front. We're going to have storms possibly developing here across the middle part of the U.S. ahead of this approaching front. This is Wednesday. This is Thursday, coming down, making its way closer to the coast or south. And there it is. It actually makes its way through Florida here. This is Thursday, and here's Friday, and then Saturday. So it actually pushes itself all the way through Florida. The one thing I got my eye on here more than anything is this potential possibly. Now here's the Euro water vapor loop. This shows you Tuesday, Wednesday. Here's that leftover Julia in the Bay of Campeche down here. You can see the convection is the brighter colors, dry air is brown. You can see this pretty clear. This is tomorrow, actually, Tuesday. We can see our approaching front starting to build here middle week. This is Wednesday, and it's kind of interesting. We're going to see some Gulf moisture pulling up here. So we got a frontal line coming in. This is on Wednesday, Thursday. But I'm curious here with this extra juice in the Gulf from Julia, along with our front itself. We could be looking at some storms in the southeast. Upper Gulf for Wednesday. Upper Gulf Wednesday, and then possibly the peninsula on Thursday. Nothing official on that. So Wednesday, Thursday, watching, and some of these could even reach the Outer Banks here later Thursday, even up into the northeast on Friday. So that could be a strong cold front. We do have clear skies over the weekend. Cooler temps are coming. 50s are going to make it all the way down into South Florida, it looks like, or not South Florida, Central Florida. South Florida, maybe not as much. So 50s down to Central Florida Saturday morning. But keep your eye open for that. We could see some storms Wednesday for the Upper Gulf and then moving into the peninsula for Thursday. Some of the temps here, as you can see, we're going to see this warm air tomorrow and the Wednesday. Warm air out ahead of our front as normal. As we get into Thursday, there's our frontal line starting to set up. Blues are in the 50s, lighter blues are 40s, yellows are 60s, and darker oranges 70s. We get into Friday, you can see that line makes its way all the way to the south. We're going to see 40s dipping into the Gulf. And then on Saturday, we're going to see the coolest air rolling in Saturday morning. 40s down into Florida, low 50s in the Central Florida. 40s and 30s for Carolinas. So pretty big cold front, freezing temps in the mountains, northward. Anything kind of pinkish is in the 20s. This is Saturday. And then it's Sunday too. So, here you go. It's going to be a approaching front. You can see it. This is what it's going to look like as it comes on down. Then it kind of clears out a little bit. We have another one coming down maybe middle next week. So I'm telling you what, the season's starting out with a bang as far as cold fronts go. We got one this weekend that's going to be setting up, and then a couple of days later in the middle part of next week we got another one. This one could even bring 50s deeper into Florida. This is next Wednesday the 19th. So back-to-back fronts coming, and these fronts are good for tropical season. They start cooling things off in the Gulf, and bringing a lot of wind shear down with it. But so there's what we got. All right. So everybody have a great week. We'll probably do another one maybe tomorrow. If you're into cruising, make sure when you go to our website right here, the MWP Cruise. Let me show you right here. Check it out. It's in March. Spring break for a lot of folks in Florida. But read about all the details. We have prices locked in. They're amazing. They're about half off of what normal rates are right now. And a whole week of fun. Meet and greet party. We're doing a seminar on the ship. If you're in the weather industry, we're going to actually do a hurricane preparedness seminar. I get to do it. I'm really excited. The ship's actually got a conference center ballroom on it. A lot of fun. We got swag bags, sponsored stuff. Just incredible time. We're bringing the families. So, yeah, definitely kid-friendly. So if you're into cruising, check that out. We got a party the Sunday before on land, especially for the Brew Crew member. If you're a Brew Crew member, you'll be invited to the pre-party on Sunday, even if you're not going on the cruise. So check that out. Start getting the word out. We got our 100 cabins locked until December before they get back in the open market. So, all right, well, there you go. A little weather. We'll see what tomorrow brings, and we'll go from there. All right, have a great day. Bye.